All right. Our next speaker is Robert Chadwick from American Mortgages. Those things change all the time in Thailand. Robert's here today to give us a little education on mortgages in this little piece of paradise.
Hi everyone, thanks for having me. My name is Robert Chadwick with Global Mortgage Group. I know we have a limited amount of time, so I'll just kind of breeze through this, and then after, if there's any questions, I'll be here with them. So originally when we started Global Mortgage Group, our intention was to be able to provide U.S. mortgage financing for foreign nationals and expats. The U.S. real estate market is the largest in the world, but arguably it was the most difficult to obtain financing if you were a foreign national, didn't have U.S. credit, or you were earning your income outside of the U.S. However, as we've grown, we've added a variety of countries. Our primary client base originally was private banks, and the private banks would say, the U.S. is great, but we don't have clients with U.S. exposure. Can you do Australia? Can you do U.K.? Can you do Thailand, Philippines, etc.? So we've grown over those years, and now we can pretty much offer mortgage financing if we're non-residents or foreign nationals in pretty much most countries in the world that have transparent mortgage markets. So Thailand, obviously relevant to everyone here. We do offer Thai mortgages. Who's eligible? Obviously Thai individuals, people with Thai residency cards, Thai companies with foreign directors, foreigners. So if you hold no permanent visa, you can still obtain a mortgage, but it's only for equity release. So in the event that, say, somebody would want to purchase a property, you would have to pay cash, and then you could immediately pull the equity out with a mortgage. The loan to values in Thailand are quite low. It's only at 50%. And the rates are approximately 2.4% above the MLR rate, which is around 7-ish, 7.2 something. And the loan periods in Thailand range anywhere from 1 to 10 years on the amortization. How this works is we can do it on completed properties, obviously, and near completed properties. So if you're buying into a new development, I believe as long as it's 6 months out, you can obtain the mortgage for it in advance. You can sign, this says in Bangkok, but you can actually sign anywhere where you're in Thailand within 60 days of the closing of the property. How it works for income is it's normally based on 3 times the installment, or 3 times of whatever the mortgage payment is based on your income. There's a debt-to-income ratio on this. And when it comes to prepayment, so if you do obtain a mortgage, you want to pay it off after 3 years. If you take the full 10-year tenor, there's no prepayment penalty. The average fees in Thailand, if you apply for the mortgage and you're approved, they'll require a 0.6% refundable deposit, meaning that we'll issue the approval, you'll pay 0.16 of the loan amount. If the loan doesn't close for the lender's reasons, so say there's title issues or whatever, they'll refund that money. If you choose not to close the loan after the approval is issued, it's non-refundable. The lender fee is 1.25% of the loan proceeds that is due at closing, but it's actually put into the loan, so there's no additional requirement to come in with funds. Our fee is 2% after loan distribution, and it's based on success only. And then, of course, the normal fees that you would have on a mortgage, which would be the appraisal valuation fee, and then if they have to do an inspection. Alternatively, globally, we do offer something called global bridging loans, which has become more and more prevalent. As you've seen, interest rates have risen. There's a lot of people that may find that the properties that they had are no longer affordable, or if they see an advantage or they want to buy out a business partner, buy some sort of investment, people are using these transactions, these bridge loans, not based on financials, it's based strictly on the asset value. So in general, we can normally get up to 75% on a global scale. We base it only off of the property value. So just an example, the property is worth $1 million. We can give you $750,000 very quickly, depending on the country. Normally these transactions, because it's not a financial base, it's based on, again, on the asset value. We can normally transact in a week. Most active markets is obviously the US, Singapore where I'm based, but we can do pretty much most global markets. Agent structured debt, if anybody, say, is a developer here, and they're looking to get financing to finish a development or complete a development, buy the land, whatever it may be, we will do these transactions. A lot of times, because we're Singapore-based and we can get funding from other sources besides sources out of Thailand, we can normally get much more favorable terms. But these transactions, on average, are quite significant. They're about 20 million and above. GMP share financing. Again, as we've grown, especially working with the private banks, there's been a lot of requirements to add different products, and this was particularly one of them. If you own stocks, and these would have to be traded stocks with liquidity, and you're looking to get some liquidity, we can offer loans against these shares. So it's, again, super fast transaction, very, very transparent, very clear, and it is quite easy to qualify for. And if you have stocks, even Thai stocks, we can take a look at pretty much every transaction. These are the markets that are covered under the share financing, and obviously Thailand is under there as well, but it pretty much encompasses all of the world. We have a referral program, so if anybody knows anybody that requires our services, we're happy to pay a referral fee upon closing. And this is our main business. I know there's a lot of US expats here, and maybe if you own rental property, you might find this interesting. If you're considering investing globally, this could be something that you may want to consider. So in general, the US mortgages that we offer are market rate mortgages. They're not marked up, they're not priced differently just because it's overseas. We are right now the largest originator of non-resident mortgages in the US. For all of our loan programs, there's no US credit required, no AUM, meaning that there's no requirement to fund a bank account with any of the finance companies that we deal with. Foreign income is allowed, so if you're an expat and you're earning your income abroad, absolutely fine. If you're a US expat, there's no requirement for a W-2. If you're a foreign national, we can get 75% financing in all 50 states. If you're a US expat, we can get 80%. So if you own US real estate and you're looking to extract equity or you want to purchase more property, 80% loan to value is quite attainable. Normally, we have loan approval within 72 hours. There's no commitment. You submit your documents to us. Within 72 hours, we can normally issue you an approval. Unlike the Thai mortgages, when we issue an approval, there is no requirement to close the loan. So it's something, if you want to work with Thomas and you see if taking a mortgage out actually mitigates taxes or gives you an advantage, it may be something to look at. On average, we have closing in 30 to 45 days. You can close and sign your documents from application to the final mortgage documents in Thailand. We do purchases, refinances, equity releases. What's very unique to the US is 30-year mortgages regardless of age. 19 or 99, the US, you cannot discriminate against anything, that's including age, so you still qualify for a 30-year mortgage. Matter of fact, as interest rates have increased, in the US real estate market is such a vibrant market on the secondary market, they can be quite creative in how they do the loan programs. So we now actually even have 40-year mortgages where the first 10 years is interest servicing only. So you can take advantage of lower payments, potentially higher yields on a fixed rate, and that loan converts into a 30-year fixed, principal and interest without any change in rate. So it's absolutely a fantastic program, especially if you're looking to release equity. We have loan programs without income, and now that's not what you probably think it is. It's actually, I can see you laughing. This is certainly not what it was. This is actually common sense underwriting. If you look at how commercial mortgages are underwritten, they're underwritten off of the cash flow of the property. And because we deal only with investment properties and second homes, investment properties are income earning properties, and that's actually how the income should be looked at to calculate a property. So 97% of our loan applications that are submitted are approved. So normally if we say on an initial consultation that you should be able to get a mortgage, most likely unless there's property issues, title, etc., you'll be able to obtain the mortgage. We have 24/7 service. We have 30 loan officers in 12 different countries who speak a variety of languages, and no longer do you have to be up at 3 in the morning to be able to speak to somebody in New York to be able to get your mortgage. We have a couple people based in Bangkok. So this quick overview of the loan programs that are quite easy. This is our Investor Plus. This one it's actually not our most popular program, but it's a fairly easy program to qualify. No tax returns are required. And the reason why this is because we're doing loans for clients that are in Sydney to Shanghai. And if we had to go through all these tax returns, especially if you talk about people that have multiple jurisdictions, is an absolute nightmare. So all we want is a letter from your accountant that states your last 2 years' income and your current year-to-date income, and that's sufficient enough for the underwriting. Again, up to 75% financing and no U.S. credit required. So basically it works on a debt-to-income ratio. So and for these programs, it's a 45% debt-to-income, but the debt-to-income is only based on any U.S. debt. If you have Thai debt, it doesn't count. And then if for U.S. expats, this is the last program, we try to make it as if you had walked into a bank in the U.S. It's exactly the same terms. You just don't, you can use foreign income. If you're still working, you do not need a W-2. But the loan programs, the tenure, and how it's underwritten are identical, including the rates. So again, based on the debt-to-income ratio. So this is our information. You can scan the barcode. Again, we have, if you are interested and you are in Bangkok, we have a couple people that are based in our Bangkok office, but otherwise you can speak to anyone. If you scan the code, I believe it's my information. But if you have any questions on any of the loan programs or asset programs or whatever that we offer, feel free to reach out. And that's it. Okay, so if anybody has any questions, I'm happy to answer. And silence.
So good.
Okay, so if anybody has any questions, I'm going to be here, and feel free to reach out as well. Thank you.